Okay, first of all, we are going to open a new file. To do that, just click on your Ctrl plus and go to print. Here we want to make the file a A5 document, so you go to print, click on A5, put your file name. As you can see, the name of the work we are doing is house for sale. You get, so just make sure all the settings are correct, then click on create. This is where we'll be working on. Okay, let's set our background now. Just watch how I do it. We set a solid color background, we give it gray color. You can see how I'm just doing it. So click on your ellipse tool on your toolbox and just draw something like an oval shape at the top like this. Then double click on the ellipse layer icon and change the color to red. You can see how I'm doing it. You take it upward. You understand? It's very simple. And then you go to your layer style. I'm trying to give you stroke, white stroke. Make sure your position is outside, not inside. Make sure it is outside, and you increase the size of your stroke. Just watch how I'm doing it. It's very simple. Alright, you can see the red now has stroke on it. I'm going to draw a rectangle below it with still the same red color, as you can see. Okay, I need the red to be very sharp. You understand? I need the red to be very sharp. Okay, let's put the same red for the one up, the ellipse up. Alright, now we're going to draw a cycle at the middle. But for this cycle, as you're drawing it, make sure you're holding your control key or your command key on your keyboard. If you're not holding that control key or command key, it will give you an oval shape. It won't give you a perfect cycle. So to get a perfect cycle, make sure you're holding your control key or your command key on your keyboard. Just watch how I place the ellipse. Now after this, I duplicated the ellipse. Just press your Ctrl J on your keyboard to duplicate it. I'm placing the duplicated one at the middle of the other one. Then you change the color of the duplicated one to white. You can see how I did it. Change it to white. Now there's something called clipping marks on Photoshop. Clipping marks is the way you clip a layer to another layer in a way that that layer will be housed inside the other layer. So we are going to be doing that now. So select your red rectangle and duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J on your keyboard. After duplicating it, you move it, you change the color to white. You can see what I'm doing. Change the color to white. After changing the color to white, you move it to be exactly at the top of the red ellipse, not the white one, the red one. Then you right click on the duplicated rectangle and click on create clipping mask. So once you do that, the rectangle will now be inside that cycle. As you can see now, the rectangle is now inside our cycle. That's clipping mask. Another way you can achieve this is to just take only the red ellipse. As you can see, just take only the red ellipse, then draw a white rectangle on it. Let the top of the white rectangle be at the middle of the ellipse. You understand? Just like this. Then create clipping marks. Just right click, create clipping marks, and it will enter the red rectangle. If you are creating clipping marks, please ensure that the layer you are clipping should be exactly at the top of the layer you want to clip it to. That's how it will work. That's how clipping marks works. You understand? You can see here now, see how that rectangle is inside that cycle. That's how clipping marks work. So any way you do it, you will still achieve the same result. Okay, let's change our white ellipse to black color so that everything will be visible. You can see how visible it is now. Now these are three shapes. The black one is one cycle, the red one is another cycle, while the white one is the rectangle that was clipped into the cycle. That's how it works. You can see it. So those three things there are three different shapes. The next thing we are going to be doing now is that we'll be looking for an image that will be used for our design. So this is a house design, house for sale. So we'll be looking for an image that will explain the design well, an image that has buildings in them. Okay, perfect. I think this image is just good. So we'll move it to our Photoshop environment and increase the size to fit exactly the size of our black cycle, because we are going to be clipping it into our black cycle. You understand? We'll clip this image now into our black cycle. I know how to create clipping marks, right? You right click on the layer, create clipping marks. You can see that our image is now inside the ellipse. Please always ensure that the layer you want to clip is directly on top of the one you are clipping it to. Let's give outline to our ellipse. To do that, just select the ellipse, go to the down of your layer window. You see where they wrote FX. At the down left of your layer window, you see where they wrote FX. Select it and click on stroke. Click on stroke. You can see it. So once you just click on stroke, the layer panel for stroke will open. Just put the size you want. You can see we already have the stroke effect on our ellipse. Then you click on OK. You can see our ellipse now has a white line on top of it. This white line is the stroke we gave to it. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do that now. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button. Let's add our text to this design, the house for sale. So just click on your horizontal type tool, select your font. The font I'm using is a basic font that every system should have, which is Arial font. I just want this thing to be very basic, so we are using Arial font for our design. The font family under Arial will be Arial bold. You get, so put the color to be black. Just type your house, then you make it big. Press your Ctrl plus T button or your Command plus T button to transform, to make it big. We've written our house. Just press your Ctrl plus J or your Command plus J button to duplicate the house and edit it and put for sale. So we have our house for sale. Just try and position it well. Then open your character window to change the color of your text. Now if your character window is not here that I placed my own, you can find your character window by clicking on the type 2, the last option in your option window for type 2. This icon that look like a notepad, a notebook, is your character window. When you click on it, your character window should open like mine here. So just click on the color there and pick this particular red that we use in the design, that particular red, and just click on your OK. You can see how beautiful this is looking now. You can see how beautiful it is looking. We are almost done with our flyer. So now just click on your rectangle shape tool on your toolbox and just add a little design to it, just something that will spice it up a bit. We'll give it a black color, then duplicate it by pressing your Ctrl J and move it over to the other side to look this beautiful. And this is our flyer. You can see how beautiful it is looking. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please do that now. This is Mystic Chivisin. God bless you.